First of all, I'd just say this makes me feel very old because what we're seeing today in AI is exactly what I saw when we went after e-commerce, which is exactly what I saw when um, digital became a thing, and it's exactly what we saw. And I'm proud. I guess I have to accept where I am when direct marketing came along. So that's how long I've been around, right? And so everything I see today with AI is exactly the same dance, if you will, that I saw with e-commerce. And by and large, um, I encounter sort of three types of thinking in organizations. Um, there are organizations that go, this is a really bad thing. It's going to destroy the business. People are going to lose jobs. It's going to be a fad. All the things. It's sort of the head in the sand mentality, and I want no part of it. And I remember having the exact same conversation with a head of sales in 2007 when we were putting together our e-commerce strategy, and we had a goal of reaching $1 billion in 4 years. And this individual said, e-commerce is the worst thing that can happen. It's a massive risk. It's going to alienate our brick and mortar customers. We should go nowhere near that. Okay. So obviously we didn't listen. And in 4 years, we were $1 billion plus. Um, and you hear that the same. So there are companies like that. Then there's companies that are over delivering in the sense of what I would say random acts of AI. So someone in corporate says, we need to do AI, or the board asks, what are you doing with AI? Or there's no structure, discipline. So people are running around doing different things in AI. And on one sense, it's good, but ultimately it becomes just a cluster, right? It's just chaos. The companies that are doing well in the space are taking a commercial and a balanced approach. And they're saying, look, AI is here, it's here to stay, and it's only going to get better. Okay. And they identify business cases where they think AI could have an impact. And they very purposely, very choicefully deploying AI as a use case and determining a proof of concept and working it into the organization. And those are the companies that are getting the most traction. Now, there's some challenges that I think we'll get into later, which is once you deploy AI, how do you scale it? How do you institutionalize it? How do you integrate it? And I think we'll talk about that later. The only other thing I'd say is, as individuals, um, I strongly encourage you, if you're not already, to throw yourself into AI, as in go and learn as much as you can. Go and play with all the tools out there. Talk to as many people as you can. Attend as many seminars as you can, and immerse yourself in this, because this thing is not going away. And there will be hits and misses. There will be learnings. There will be evolutions. There will be changes. But you will do better as a professional by immersing yourself in it. And then the last point, if I can, Tom, is for those who are like worried and threatened by it, don't be. Like, don't be, because no one, like, there wasn't an apocalypse when e-commerce came away. I mean, think of the jobs and the value creation and the commercial growth that has been behind e-commerce. It's going to be the same with AI. I don't exactly know how it's going to play out. I have points of views like everyone else, and I'm probably going to be wrong. But this is a reality. It's here, and I would say be smart about it and wrap your arms around it and get friendly with it, because it's going to be a game changer for you personally, for you in your role, and certainly in the organization you're in. So I've been very clear that I think as individuals and as companies, you should experiment and learn and try stuff. No question about that. That being said, I think for an organization, no matter how big it is, to move together in one direction, there needs to be some commonalities. There needs to be some consistency. And the organizations that have MacGyvered together so many different disparate pieces of technology, and or different groups and different individuals using different pieces of technology, and there isn't a coherent sort of tech stack, and there isn't a coherency in terms of the platforms that the company is going to use, chaos will prevail, and there'll be more time spent on translation and alignment than actually creation. So I would caution people to be careful. My experience is, one of the second time I was a customer of Screendragon was at Kimberly Clark, and one of the things we did at Kimberly Clark was we created this interagency team system where We got all the different agencies to organize around a brand with the brand teams and sort of leave their logos at the door and become part of a coherent team. Easier said than done, took a while to get there. But one of the things that sort of struck me is every single meeting in my first sort of 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, month, 2 months, didn't change. The first 10 minutes was where's the presentation, or where's the piece of work, or where's the, and then we spent 8 minutes and I go, well, I FTP it, it's in a Dropbox, we transfer, it's over here. And I finally lost my, and I was like, right, we're done. And I called Screendragon and I said, I want one system where everyone works, okay? And I want one place where all the most current documents sit. So everyone knows if it's in there, it's the most current document. And then I created spaces for the individual agencies to work. And I created spaces that we couldn't go in as the client where they could do their thing. And we had spaces where we were. And then we had a space where we worked together and we had visibility to all the projects and we're all on the same language. And all of a sudden, we spend more time talking about the work and the ideas than we did running around trying to figure out technology. So my counsel is you don't, there's a difference between like learning and doing stuff when you know on the side, like a side hustle, and then how do teams work? Teams work better when they all speak in the same language, work in the same way. And so we run a Screendragon into 3 groups of clients, right? The ones who have nothing and they're going like, it's crazy now of losing the will to live, come help us. The ones who have MacGyvered together like 20 things, and every time they add something, they don't take something away, and they've duct taped this thing together and they go like, this is a nightmare and it's costing us ridiculous money and we spend more time trying to navigate. Easy fix. And then we have customers who go, I'm on a platform, it's wonderful technology, but it's just incredibly rigid, adds more work than I need, and I'm paying a ton of money. I want something that helps me and works for me versus something that I work for.